Let me show you what's at stake in the local elections first. Now, this is just councils across England, 34 of them. I'll colour the map in the colours they are at the moment before the votes come in. So Lib Dems, for example, holding Devon and Somerset, the Conservative areas in blue, and where it's black, it's a council in no overall control, so no one party has a majority. But look at the top left there. These are the 4 Labour councils. I'll name them for you: Lancashire, Derbyshire, Nottinghamshire, and Staffordshire. The strongest of these 4 is Derbyshire. If Labour lose that, they've had a terrible night. Gloucestershire, slim Conservative majority of 3. Any trouble for the Conservatives, they might lose Gloucestershire. And Somerset worth watching because it's very tight between the Lib Dems and the Conservatives, and a very good example of what happens when those two parties are pitched against each other. Now, I'll give you some voting context. If we go back to 2005, the general election, this was the result, and you see Labour just ahead under Tony Blair, who won that election, his third election victory, 35 points to 32 percentage points for the Conservatives. But you see the Conservatives strengthen then in the local elections that follow, up to 40%. And then last year, 2008, very strong. Labour, 24%, a horrible result for them last year. Could they go even lower? They might think so after the kind of day they've had today. For the Conservatives, 40% plus makes them feel they can take the next general election. But there is another, even bigger election happening tomorrow across the whole of Europe, in fact, and the whole of the UK as well. Have a look at the map. Colours are rather approximate here because it's a complicated voting system. But let's take a look at a couple of regions here. Northwest, first of all. If Labour struggle here, it's just possible that the BNP's leader, Nick Griffin, could get their first seat in the European Parliament. And if I show you the Southwest, this was fascinating last time, 5 years ago. Have a look at the vote that the UK Independence Party, UKIP, got. 23%. Now, until a few weeks ago, it was looking as if the major parties were strengthening and would shut the smaller parties out. Then we had the expenses scandal, and suddenly the smaller parties think protest votes coming their way, they could have a really good chance. So, 72 MEPs, 34 councils. It's a big day at the ballot box tomorrow.